You know how we were kind of exposed to a bit of the raw grittiness
of the north of England.
Yeah, the UK streets. I kind of liked it.
What's the pillow talk going to be about? Good. We're in Collective up north in Austin, and I'm going to train with Mike Thurston. You know him as a YouTube fitness guy. I know him as a dude that I went to university with 18 years ago, and I'm going to lift some weights. Good to see you, man.
You too, man.
How are you?
Good. A little bit tired, but ready to rock.
Well, how can you be tired when you flexed so hard about the expensive class of plane that you were flying in?
It's got to be done. Sick.
Yeah, it's cool, eh?
Okay. I approve.
I didn't think that the outfit could get actually tighter.
I was thinking of wearing a stringer today, but I thought I'd be a little bit too cheeky. Have we ever trained together?
Well, in the apartment block of your spot in Dubai, I think we crossed over. I think you were doing leg raises one day when I was staying in the same building.
Yeah.
The last time we'll have trained together will have been the Center for Sporting Excellence at Newcastle University. I was saying earlier on, man, you know, like people would know you as fitness, clothing owner, YouTube man. And like, to me, it was just the dude 1 year younger than me doing my course at uni.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've known each other for like 18 years now.
Yeah, I went to Newcastle University when I was 17, 18 years old, which was 2007? 2008, I think, yeah. And here we are.
Who could have thought? Who could have thought that we would end up in Austin, Texas?
I know. By the way, I see you a lot with Mike Israetel. Are you following a program of his, or you're looking a little bit bigger than last time?
A little bit bigger than last time. I am following. Oh, this looks nice. Let's go here. All of the stuff that Mike and Jared and those guys from RP have been talking about now. Tempo, controlled negative. Yeah. I swear it's been shit that you've been doing for a long time. Yeah. But yeah, someone that's been a proponent of controlled lifting for quite a while. You must feel vindicated when the science people come in and tell you that you got it right.
Yeah. Although I did used to overdo it. I used to do probably more volume than I should have done. So now I pull it back.
I don't like this. There's nowhere near enough range in this.
No?
No, I mean, like, that's the bottom of the rep. Not good enough.
I mean, with your current schedule, are you actually struggling to find time to train, or is it?
Not really. What else have we got? Well, we can start with a seated row if you want to do a little bit of rear delt, if you're happy with that, if that's not too backy for you. Yeah, I don't know. It's 3-day, 4-day split is maintainable, and I don't feel too drained from it, and I can still turn up and perform on the show. And I made gains last year, which was good.
Yeah.
First time in a while that a non-insane training regimen has caused me to actually gain muscle. So
is the diet on point?
Pretty dialed. Yeah. Just meat and fruit. Like I'm aware this is the most Austin thing that I could say. I came out here, I bought a cold plunge, I started eating meat and fruit. Just need to do a fucking ayahuasca journey, and then I got the full house. But
that's a common thing in Austin, ayahuasca?
Psychedelics are.
Okay.
It's very
micro dosing.
Macro dosing.
Oh, macro dosing.
I mean the micro too, but hey. Yeah. You're here till Sunday. What are you doing?
Podcast with you tomorrow. Workout with a tasty Venezuelan on Friday.
A tasty Venezuelan?
Yeah.
Are you single?
Yeah.
Are you? Yeah. Wow. How long's that been going on?
Why are you surprised?
Because usually you're secretly wifed up and you just don't tell anyone.
Oh, and you, the master of secrets. So yeah, this is probably the first time I've been like fully single. And it's kind of good because you can just do anything you want, not get any headache. So we'll see how long it lasts. But we are getting a little bit older now, though. Like,
yeah,
how long do I want to be doing this?
There is a degree of it's time to grow up, Christopher, that sort of sneaks in the back of my mind.
Yeah, I get a few people replying to DMs and commenting like,
"Huh?
When are you going to settle down? Don't you think it's time to make some kids?" Oh, yeah, it'll come with time.
Would you start a family in Dubai?
I think so. I haven't really thought about it a huge amount, but I thought it's safe. There's good education, but do they really get? It's a bubble. It's not real life. You know how we were kind of exposed to a bit of the raw grittiness
Of the north of England.
Yeah, the UK streets. I kind of liked it. So we'll see. Will you raise kids here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it'd be Texas. Good stuff. Given that so much of work for you was around physique, was around the way that you looked, is that something that you're becoming a little bit more aware of as you're getting older? You're like, I think we spoke about this last time that we were together, where we were saying, it's going to be hard for me to get much bigger, much leaner, much better condition. At the very least, it's going to be tougher for me to sort of hold it. Are you happy that you made the sort of beginning of a pivot towards something that isn't just based on your physique, which is the podcast?
Yeah. The podcast is going well. I think this year as well, I'm giving it a real stab, because in the past 2 years, it's kind of like
Side project.
Yeah, but it's doing all right. And yeah, it's not like people are expecting me to be posting a workout video every upload or a topless picture every upload.
Mm-hmm.
So that's...
Well, you even, I remember the last time that we spoke, this is like, do you want one more? Should we get one more set of plates on? Yeah. Even for people who aren't full-time content creators, I think there's this sense that your social media is you've set some sort of expectation and that you need to adhere to it and you can't break it. I can't remember what it was. I think you'd said something like you were envious of the fact that not every post needed to be super curated or something.
Yeah.
And this is when every image from you is you in Bali with a Brazilian, or, you know, you on a boat.
Coconuts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, many coconuts. And now it seems like that doesn't... I don't know, you're a little bit more sort of liberated from that sort of stuff. Yeah. And I think a lot of people have this weird sense that other people expect from me the thing that I used to do in the past. You know, like you're fucking U2 trying to release an acoustic album or something. Like, well, what if the fans don't like the new music? It's like, dude, no one's fucking paying as much attention as you are.
Yeah.
No one cares as much as you do.
It's a evolution thing. You've got to evolve. I think that's the key to staying relevant on social media. Things have to change. And I think a lot of people who do, they lose that relevancy. It's because you just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again for so long that people get a little bit bored. And you can't be making, you know, me going around in Ibiza on a mad one, you know, which is what I was doing in my late 20s. I can't keep making those type of videos.
Well, your body can't keep surviving those kinds of sessions, I think is what you mean.
Holy fuck, it's so bad now. On New Year's Eve, I had a beer and then I just couldn't stop yawning afterwards. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
How often are you drinking at the moment?
Very rarely.
Mm-hmm. Like, how many times a year?
It was like once a month. Now it's like once maybe every 2 months.
And that's how much?
A couple. I think I can get away with drinking 3 and be okay the next day. At more than 3, brain isn't working properly. The gym session's pretty terrible. Even the mood is a little bit depressed.
The vibes, dude.
And it's like, there's just more to do. I can't afford to be lying in bed feeling sorry for myself. You want to do one more, another exercise?
Let's do one more. This feels quite nice. Yeah. I don't know, maybe it's what, like, getting older feels like, but then it's also, I do get the sense that I was more tolerant of feeling like shit when I was in my 20s.
That's the thing. I don't know if it's because we're healthier that we feel it more.
You know what health is supposed to feel like, because I'm not permanently feeling like kind of retarded.
Or if your body just genuinely is not adapted to processing it. with age?
Probably both. A higher bar for what you want and less resilience to be able to deal with feeling like shit. Good.
But it's a good thing. I used to not like the fact that I would get bad hangovers, but you know how some people don't get them? And they can just...
Yeah. Well, those are the people who don't get any signal to slow down drinking when they turn fucking 37.
So their liver's battered or they just age very quickly.
Yeah, I feel fine. What are you talking about? I feel fine.
Yeah.
Dude, you have the liver of a 90-year-old.
Solid.
Have you done these incline lateral raises that Israel's a big fan of?
Have you been to Mike's place in Detroit?
No, not yet.
Well, I would go, but...
It's the middle of fucking nowhere.
What else is Detroit?
Steel. It's good at making steel.
Car manufacturing?
Yeah, used to be. Until China came in. China.
You know what's impressed me? How you've really got into the world of politics and discussing things that I imagine you probably never thought you'd be discussing.
Getting in trouble about things that you never thought that you'd be getting in trouble for.
You get in trouble for it?
Nah, never. Every comedian says, "Oh man, I'm just a comedian. Like, don't take what I say seriously." There's an equivalent ejector seat button, but for just being a bro. It's like, hey, look, if you're coming to me for your political insight, that's not a me problem. That's a fucking you problem, dude.
Am I doing this right?
Yeah, so I would put tiny little bit more bend in the arms, just a little bit more of a kink, and then lead with the little finger. Good. So you're thinking little finger up. I wouldn't go false grip either. So you can turn over. I'd go thumbs round. Yeah. Yeah. Tiny little bit more little finger high if you can. Yes, beautiful. Good. Good.
Oh, it's a tasty one, man.
You feel it, eh?
Yeah.
It's one of the very few exercises that I've been able to regularly create delt DOMs from, like medial delt DOMs. Now, how long has it been since you had medial delt DOMs? Like probably 2007 when you first moved to Newcastle or some shit. You're looking a little leaner than the last few times I've seen you. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that purposeful?
It's more so the nutrition is really dialed now. So I cut back on over-consuming and cheap meals in general. Because I realized to maintain a certain level of leanness requires you to not overeat when there is a tendency to overeat. So,
and we've both got big appetites.
Yeah, and I think I would just rather be leaner than to have the temporary pleasure of
that food.
A cheat meal.
Yeah,
We checked out Miami recently.
Yeah, a little bit.
Thoughts?
So, Paul Graham's got this essay called Every City Whispers to You, or What Cities Say or something. And each city whispers something different. I always think about it whenever I go to places in America. You know, like New York says, your self-worth is the street that you live on. Or Miami would be, you're only as good as the car you're in or the watch on your wrist.
Yeah.
Or LA is, you're as important as your friends are. Whereas Austin is a little bit more, like the richest people drive the shittest cars.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of a little bit hidden wealth, like flexing in a different way with what they say
or companies they own.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, true. The companies, yeah. The governments they can topple.
Clothing, mate. Oh, headache. I don't know if that's something I want to pursue, to be honest. Out of everything that I'm doing, it seems to be the biggest headache and the least profitable.
Yep.
So I'm thinking,
what the fuck am I doing?
I mean, already I'm spreading myself a bit thin.
Yep.
So I'd rather just focus on the things that are working well. The fitness is always something that will work well. The app is doing very well. I should just double down on fitness-related stuff, even though it's saturated, but I sometimes forget how much I'm kind of known in the space for fitness and how long I've been around for. Mm-hmm. Like I'm a figure of authority, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has this, right? If there's something that comes easily to you, you kind of discredit how valuable it is.
Yeah.
Because it comes easily to you. So you don't realize that for somebody else to do that thing or get to that stage or achieve that, whatever, they would have to absolutely bury themselves to get there. And we also forget, like heritage, I guess, or how established you are.
Yeah.
And, if you are a voice of authority, if you have been doing this thing for a while, in some ways you could look at it and say, oh, well, that's old news. Nothing fresh there. You go, well, in other ways, you could say I'm one of the like legends of the or one of the respected people within the field, or whatever it might be. Yeah. It's like, no one's going Einstein. He was all right, but like, who's the new one? So, I just think, especially with the clothing thing, from my limited experience of seeing people try to run clothing brands, it is an awful lot of effort.
Yeah, and the guys who are doing the best, they are all in on the clothing. Ben Francis, all in. Mm-hmm. He's not fucking around doing a bit of coaching on the side. This is how I made loads of money in clothing.
Yeah. Follow my agency accelerator to grow your own Gymshark.
George Heaton.
Yeah, full-time.
Like,
although he trains like a professional athlete, so he has 2 full-time jobs.
Yeah, he's training like twice a day sometimes, my guy. But yeah, something which is interesting to me more than ever now is like the longevity wellness space, biohacking. Even though biohacking is a bit like, some people just kind of roll their eyes when they hear it. I think that is the future. Like everybody wants to live. They don't necessarily live longer, but
look better.
Look and feel better for a longer period of time.
But it's the difference between health span and lifespan, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you're not going to live much later than your 80s.
Yeah.
But perhaps you can still be hiking and stuff basically until a couple of weeks before you die.
Yeah. And it kind of dawned on me. I was like, hang on, like when is the peak of the male physique? Like what age is it? Obviously, it depends on a number of factors like genetics and how well you're looking after yourself. But you could argue, 34, 35, 36. That is peak. And then I'm 34 now, going on 35, and I'm like, holy shit! Am I getting to the point where I will soon be past my best? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
So how about we just keep this going for as long as possible? What do I need to do? How do I need to be looking after myself?
So what have you found as the biggest buckets that you need to focus on?
Sleep and nutrition. Fairly obvious, but the sleep, even though I know what it is that I need to do in order to get the best sleep, it's sometimes fucking difficult.
It's
when you have a fucking brain that doesn't switch off.
Yeah.
That's difficult. I mean, obviously it all gets fucked up when you travel.
Yeah. Depends, mate. Depends how expensive the cabin is that you've got. Did he fly you boys? Did he fly you boys first class as well?
Are you kidding me?
Not yet.
Well, that's...
Nobody's getting paid.
Nobody's getting paid.
No.
Everybody got folded up and put in fucking hand luggage. Unreal. Crazy. Good. Yep.
It was funny when we spoke last time, and you were kind of like Chris, the podcaster, but not. You were just getting into like the business world, and now
I am the business world, baby.
You are the business.
I'm the business world. No, yeah, you're right. It's I think it was weird because I did so much business in my 20s. It's the same thing. You always assume the shit that comes naturally to you or that you've done for a long time is less valuable.
Yeah.
Brian Long was talking about this. Canadian dude that does the sketches and skits and stuff. He's real funny. To him, writing comedy skits comes so seamlessly that he has to assume he always devalues it. He thinks, everybody can do this. It's like, no, you're a freak at the thing that you can do. Yeah. Put your fucking foot on the gas.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same that if you've done something for a long time, you blind to it a little too. Like for you, it's like, maybe I need to be doing traveling, or maybe I need to start a clothing company. It's like, dude, just fucking lift the weights and look pretty and tell people how to do it. You know what I mean? Like, stop fucking about.
Yeah.
And because I did so much business in my 20s, I was like, should do something different. I should, diversify. It's like, what's that mean?
Yeah.
Everything is business. Everything that you're going to do is business. You're just going to not talk about it for a bit, and then get back into it. And sure enough, here I am.
Do you want more weight, or
I'll stick at this.
you normally train by yourself?
Trainer, like most days.
Why is that because you struggle to push yourself, or because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, about 3 years ago, I just ran out of gas solo. It's like, I'm tired. I'm tired of using that much willpower in the gym. And realized that if I wasn't training with someone or with a trainer, I would still get the session done. It would be fine.
You wouldn't enjoy it? Or you...
It would use a lot of willpower that would sap me for the rest of the day. And I wouldn't push myself to above probably an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
But with a trainer, it's like actively rejuvenating. So I actually feel better once I finish. I feel like I haven't used that much energy. And good. Come on. Come on. So the way that memory works, human memory, it's from repeated recall, not repeated exposure.
So something has happened and it becomes a memory, but you keep going back to that memory.
Yes. The more that you recall it, so it's about repeated recall, not repeated exposure. That's how human memory works. So one of the things that I've taken to doing is, if I read something in the morning, I'm reading like maybe 2 articles or something before I go to training. And I'll try when I get into training, if they were good, I'll just try and explain it to my trainer.
Okay.
And then when the pod comes along later on that week, it's already firing, and then I do it again, and then it's like locked in for the next 6 months.
Yeah, you're very good at that now.
Trying. Yep.
Nice.
The only people who ever say you should have asked more hard-hitting questions are people who don't agree with your guest.
Yeah.
No one who agrees with what that person's saying does that. So what they're basically saying is, I want you to be a hired gun for me and hit the person that I don't like on the head.
Yeah.
Whereas my position is, if I invited you on my podcast,
You're not gonna
kind of obliged to give you a good time.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fucking enjoyable. I invited you on. It's like, hey, come around to my house. By the way, you're going to step on pins the whole time that you're here. And then another part of it is, look, it's not, I don't think you actually get to learn the most about somebody if you get them defensive.
Yeah.
If they're like really uncomfortable, if they feel like they're being pushed into a corner or being attacked, I don't think that you get the best version of them. But on top of that, it's not in my demeanor to be the Jeremy Paxman, Piers Morgan, that's not my vibe.
Yeah.
So I invited you around to my house, shouldn't be that shitty of an experience. I don't think that you get the most truth out of someone if you make him defensive, and I'm not that guy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and again, the only people who ever have any criticisms about the fact you didn't go hard enough are people who just don't like the guest and wish that you'd been the best version of the bad person they wish they were if they'd been able to sit opposite that person.
Yeah.
I would have said this. It's like, well, do your own podcast, invite them on, and you can give them a shitty experience.
Yeah.
So anyway, but if you dial away from, during politics season, if you don't go hell for leather on everything to do with politics, then you're going to have a little bit of a pullback. So we did that, and then at the inauguration and all that stuff, I'm like, I've been emotions, mental health, emotional well-being, neuroscience. It's like not sexy stuff, but that's where my passion is at the moment. So I've just gone like balls deep on all of that. And I don't mind. There's a point where you have to play the game a little bit to accumulate this. Like, here's me on a yacht, here's me with a bird, here's me doing the thing. And then you can go, okay, I can actually get back to what I came here to do. Yeah. And maybe that was some of it, but
if you are chasing maximum views and growth, it starts to not be fun.
George Mack says, if you run enough split tests, you always end up with a porn website. And that's it. If you just optimize for the most amount of plays, you're going to end up doing what everybody else does, because there's only a very small number of ways that you can maximize that. Whereas if you just want to do what you want to do.
That's always been my approach.
One more?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I did close grip bench. Holy fuck. What have you been interested in topics-wise recently?
dating, relationships.
Uh-huh.
Because I've had my fair share of, even recently, like, I've got experience in the dating world a lot. But still, after
Just
every
surprised.
relationship, I just learn something new. I'm like,
Me too.
what
Every
the-
time. Yeah, like I learn more each new relationship. Yeah. I wonder whether it's because we're paying attention more. You're sort of detecting stuff that would have passed you by previously.
Yeah, and for me, what stands out is how different women can be. Like what
Makes one girl happy.
is not what makes another girl
Or
happy.
how one girl shows love.
Yeah.
Very different. Yeah, that's so true.
And I think because I want to learn the most about it now, so that when I do find the person that I have kids with, I'm going to be the best partner that I can be.
Yeah, same. Exactly the same. Come on, son.
I wonder with having the whole kid things, is it better to have like, if you're going to have 2 kids, would you want to have 2 kids 2 or 3 years apart? Or would you rather get it over and done with in one go and have twins?
I'd want 2 bites at the apple. I think because what's cool is
It's probably worse for the mother to have to go through childbirth twice.
I don't know. I mean, you're kind of designed to have a kid in you. You're kind of not designed to have 2 or 3 kids in you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I mean, there's loads of complications with natural births all the time. How the fuck is there not a complication when there's 2 or 3 in there? Crazy.
Nice.
Your thoughts on Mike's arms?
Mike's arms? Yeah, I mean, he's just been a very big boy his entire life.
Always very lean.
Yeah, which helps.
Nice.
So if you're 35 this year, when are you going to start doing high rocks? Along with everybody else.
I'm not doing that. I had a phase of doing hybrid-related activities in January.
I did see you run.
Yeah, I was running. It's rare sight to see me run.
Yep.
And I'm actually not bad.
Okay.
So I think if it's something which I wanted to actually be good at, I could be good at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed I was losing quite a bit of mass on my legs quickly.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like having massive legs and long distance running does not
No,
compute.
thank you. Yeah.
It's very inefficient.
Yeah.
Huge calorie burn.
Yeah.
But I did feel great.
Did you?
Fit.
Wow. How long did you do it for?
5 weeks.
5 weeks.
Yeah.
That's not nothing.
Yeah. But I just
Good relationships that have lasted less time than that.
I just missed lifting weight. It's like when I was running, I was like, man, I'd rather
Wish I was in the gym.
I'd rather be just like
Yep.
another fucking Scott.
Yep. I'm just saying. And then David Stoker used to think that line was about me.
Are you still doing episodes where you feel like you're forcing yourself a little bit? Or are you
I have to push sometimes, but that's usually because I've taken a little bit of a break somewhere. So if I do 1 week that's only got 2 episodes, I need to do the next week, I have to do 4. If I do 1 week where I only do 1, I have to do 5 to keep it 3 a week.
Yeah.
So that can hurt. Like, you know, I don't always want to read another person's book, but once I'm ready to sit down, I'm usually pretty fired up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because I found, for me, 1 a week is nice. Like it's, I could do more, but I can be more selective with guests and there's more time to prep. I don't know how you've been doing it for 3 a week, man, for so
3 a week
long.
for 5 years.
That's why you deserve the success you had.
Thank you.
Not even like, haven't missed a week.
When I snapped my Achilles and I made a studio where I got the mic arm, my foot was raised up above my head. So I was laid down with the laptop. It was like blowjob vision. Laptop on my crotch, that mic arm coming in from the side.
Reach for but your body. Loose in another line.
Oh, Max, a little tilt. Woo!
Surprised you're not wearing Crocs today.
Not for training. I'm telling you, man. You must have tried them for travel. For flying, they're unbeatable. They're like literally unmatched.
Have you noticed as the fame has risen, the channel has grown, female interest has also increased?
Yes.
Like, but probably better quality women.
Well, yeah, that's true. But it's like a very specific, especially for me, I'm attracting a very specific niche of woman, right?
Yeah.
It's like, if you're ready to listen to me waffle on in bed, what's the pillow talk going to be about? Come on.
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish for, ladies. Get into a relationship with a podcaster. It's like, hey, we finished having sex 3 hours ago. Shut the fuck up. I want to go to sleep. Oh, man. Good. You know what's crazy? So, in your 20s, when you're a guy, you think that what you need to do to attract chicks is be a playboy, like look like a playboy.
Be a fuckboy, yeah.
Yeah, like what you realize when you get into your 30s is that you just need to give off the maximum dad energy that you can.
Yeah.
And if you push like hardcore dad energy,
Because like when you're maybe early 30s, mid 30s, they can sense like it's the age. This is the age when he's looking.
well, anytime that there's ever a reel out where I'm talking about marriage or raising kids or strategies for parenting or like communication in a relationship long term or how to make things work, it's guys aren't really that interested in that.
Yeah.
A lot of women are. So yeah, I think, if I was to give advice to younger dudes that want to be serious about getting into a relationship, attracting like a really good woman, they're like, stop trying to signal how wealthy you are, how much status you've got, how popular you are.
Yeah.
Like, just really, really signal that you'd be a fucking sick dad.
Yeah.
Everything else fall into place.
Yeah.
And it's a blue ocean because no one else is doing that, because everyone else still thinks that the best approach is like the Tate model.
Yeah. You know what's interesting as well? The more people that I've had on my podcast that are extremely wealthy, they don't want anyone to know how much money they have. And they're very reserved about it. You can tell who has recently come into a bit of money versus who has...
It's the classic, it's Succession. It's Succession, the TV show. It's new money versus old money.
Yeah.
And the old money is all subtle well, they're not showing off. And all of the people that aren't used to it, all the people for whom this is a novelty. That's why Austin's cool. Austin's cool because even if you are new money, you have to behave like you still don't have money.
Yeah.
No one's driving around in a fucking drop top Lambo or a Rolls.
Yeah.
It's all Chevy trucks. Maybe someone's got Cybertruck or something. Maybe someone's got like the last nice car I remember seeing was an Urus that hadn't been cleaned in probably 3 months.
Yeah.
That was the last nice car. And it's
I get that
one-off.
vibe in Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
Because Abu Dhabi is obviously there's a lot of money there, but people aren't showing off in Abu Dhabi.
A bit more chill. I remember when you were talking about the podcast, you took a while to commit to doing it. You talked about it for maybe 18 months.
Yeah.
And then
It was after I came on yours, I was like, I really enjoyed that. Maybe I could do that.
Yep.
Didn't do anything for like...
2 years later, it's like, right, I'll dabble. I'll just stick a toe in, come back out. All right, we done?
Yeah.
All right, dinner. Who would you get on if you could, dream guests?
I like musicians and like actors.
Okay.
So like 50 Cent would be a big one.
He'd be great.
I'd love to speak to him because I've been listening to him since I was freaking 13.
Yeah.
But he's also
You stink of a 50 Cent fan.
he's obviously gotten into business and he's
Yep.
managed to
Young vitamin water.
like he's done a lot and he doesn't give a fuck.
I mean, here's the thing. Everybody at some point has got media obligations.
Yeah.
Everyone has to promote something. And if you're the guy, Trump,
Yeah.
you're like one of the most famous people on the fucking planet. Come to Austin, bow down, sit on the fucking seat for 3 hours, talk.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and everyone's trusting podcasts now than mainstream media.
I think so. Maybe erroneously so. Like, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
But it's just what an absolutely awful indictment of the state of modern media that people look to the shit that we do as somehow more reputable. Atrocious. Just really kind of like a simple, calm existence. No complexity, no necessary drama.
With everything that you've got going on, you can't afford to be with somebody who's bringing that amount of like craziness to your life.
I'm able to provide sufficient craziness in my own life. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And it can massively, like, imagine, I remember I had a podcast to do, and you put that reel up, and one of the team had put up the thumbnail of me with my ex-girlfriend, like, on my arm, and then, like, I don't know, like, another girl. I got a call again in the morning, like, what the fuck is this? She showed me, I was like, what are you talking about? And then she shows me the reel, and the cover photo is with me and my ex, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. Like, I am not choosing that picture. I am not posting. It's my team, and they don't even know you exist because I keep my private life private.
Yep.
So that completely put me off in, like, the wrong mood. Yep. An hour before I had to do a podcast, I was like,
you got to bring yourself back around.
I'm like, I can't handle this.
Yeah, I'm not in the right headspace. That's a weird thing. Creative work or anything that's performance-based is such a unique category where you actually have to be in a good mood to make it work.
Yeah.
You don't need to be in a good mood probably to be a good accountant.
Yeah.
Or even maybe a good lawyer. Like, lawyers, like, real hard stuff. Maybe even to be a good doctor. I wouldn't want to be a surgeon that's, had a recent emotional, like, perturbation.
But was very angry.
Yeah, shaken. But there's loads of jobs that are real high level or lower level or whatever, and you can just get through them. And then there's some things where it's performance and you're putting a bit of yourself over. If you're not in a good mood, you're at 50% capacity of what you can do because you're distracted.
Really hard.
Yeah, you're not thinking clearly. I think about comedians. How the fuck do comedians step on stage? Like, your job is to bring the vibe.
Yeah.
And you're stepping on stage.
Like, a member of your family has just died, and you're like, oh, fuck, still need to do this.
Yep. Oh, man, it's so good. We get to catch up with someone that I've known for nearly 2 decades. Sick. Good to hear a familiar accent here in Austin. Mike's a cool guy. And, it's mad to see where you end up. People that you bump into second year of university in the northeast of the UK, and then, he's a genuinely good person, and just a nice end to a Tuesday afternoon training session, some food. I hope you enjoyed it.